Filters up. There we go. We are back at it. Hey, Ray, good morning. What's going on, man? What is going on? Let's see if I can remember what I did here. Oh, yeah. Hey, Joe. Good morning. Monday, let me count the ways I hate you. Yeah. Another Monday, just can't wait to get to work. Tactical Jersey Guy, good day. Welcome. How are you? Somebody's up. I think I know who. Hey, Edwin. Good evening, my friend. How are you? Gases. All right. No bulls or cows for the time being. Was made redundant. Was made redundant on Friday. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like lack of employment. Dude, what's going on? I'm just planning for the next work week while watching Spy Game. Nice. I can't recall if I've ever seen that. I don't believe I have. That sounds correct. Oh, shit. Dude, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Oh, what a lovely world we live in. Yeah, dude, I'm very sorry to hear that. Hopefully two things. One, something will come about sooner rather than later. And two, hopefully you have some kind of a safety net. There we go. Damn. It happens. Something will pan out. I've got a decent network and some savings. Yeah, there you go. When I went through that back in 2009 and again in 2015, I've said this for many years. I was very thankful to my wife for having the wherewithal to get us through it. It hurt. It's taken us a number of years to get through, but we were able to pull through. Severance is also good in Denmark. 3 months plus holidays I have left over. Oh, that's good. All right. By the way, it suddenly dawned on me, Tactical Jersey Cow is Tom. Tom, dude, I'm so sorry to hear that. That was also good. All right, 3 months, but yeah. Tom, anything good on the horizon? Only it takes me time. Look, dude, I'm slow. It's so funny what you're used to for handles for people. Yeah. Hey, Peter, good morning. Nick, good morning. Awesome. It's the sanding. Of course it is, even after mentioning the bulls and cows. Yeah, dude, I'm slow on the uptake. Tom, that's no offense, but that's how much coffee is still left in my cup. I apologize. So the movie Novocaine last night has Jack Wade and Ray Nickel. Nice. Anyway, so Tom, yes, gladly that you've got 3 months of government sponsor, all good. But yeah, I know. Still, I'm very happy to hear that you've got at least a safety net there. That's great. How uh how are the prospects looking? Hopefully, pretty good. Let's write that one down. There we go. It's writing it all down. Essentially, I'm still sorting out some technicalities. Yeah, just a lot of gore. Not surprisingly enough, just not much of a gore fan. How are things going otherwise, Tom? How's your girlfriend doing? You guys, I'm guessing you're still hanging together. And how are your parents? How's Josefina? I have severance until August 31st. If I didn't find something, then Social Security kicks. Wow. Oh, look at that. A civilized country. Tom, may I make a recommendation? Do not come to the United States looking for work. Just suggesting. And again, you are a white guy. It might make it easier. Who knows? Signia is being very understanding about it. I was planning on find something here. I'm sorry, Tom. Yeah, man. Gotta tell you, it's times like this that test our relationships with others. And I'm happy to hear that that's going strong. All right, that's done. That's done. Let's move on to this guy here. I speak Spanish, dude. I am not white. Yeah. Oh, the jests. At least not in the eyes of El Trump. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, that's probably true. You would be mistaken for sure. Anyway. Tom, can I ask, is it just a change in, I mean, is there maybe you don't want to go into it. Is there a reason for the layoff? Was it like they let go of the department, they let go of new hires, downsizing? What was it's always interesting to hear what the purpose behind such a change is. Downsizing. Wow. Lovely. Take no responsibility for these white devils is my quote from last year. Yep. Yeah, agreed on that one, Joe. Downsizing. So, well, hopefully again something comes around sooner rather than later, Tom. How's hopefully this gives you a little bit of time, at least also to, I mean, as we're heading into the nice season, maybe do a little bit of riding. I know you really got into cycling pretty seriously. That's great. Well, a new bike is supposed to come anytime soon. Well, that's nice. Well, at least that was acquired before all of this. Something to look forward to. Grind. Hey, E, good evening. How are you? Unfortunate timing, getting fire and have to drop 4K on a bike, even with severance. Oh, oof. Okay, maybe not. I'm assuming it's not something that can be returned very easily. Oh, hey, George, Bonnie. I'm giving lives. How are you going? I'm doing well, Bonnie. How are you? Welcome. Good evening to you. Oof. Yeah. Well, that's the unfortunate thing too, right there. It's like, you work to getting something, and then something like that happens, and it's like that thing that you were so hyped about suddenly becomes a boat anchor. It's custom painted. Nope. Nor would I return it. Okay, I love that. No. Good old NPC Imperial Shuttle K3 from Jedi yesterday. I need to finish up a couple things before I think about it. Oh, that's cool, Peter. Oh, wow, an old NPC kit, too. May I ask where you got that from? Mechanical 12-speed Altegra, full carbon. Ooh, now we're talking sexy. The Altegra's come a long way. Might not be Dura-Ace, but... So, what kind of wheels? I feel like I have to ask these questions. eBay, wow. And hopefully it was at it's funny. It was at one point you could find screaming deals on eBay, Peter. Was it a good deal or not? Because the Imperial shuttles, I don't recall. Has Bandai ever released one? Bandai or Rebel? Dimensional Altegra has nether regions engorged. Really? Altegra? Really? DT Swiss GR 1600. They're light, but fast aluminum, 25 millimeter internal widths. Up to 2.2 inch tires. Wow. That is pretty fat. And I'm assuming those are on 700Cs, right? Or are they on some other unique size? Relatively speaking, it was $37. I've seen them as high as 100. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That is relatively inexpensive. Wow. That's great. Peter, when's it arriving? And may I ask, was this sort of like a holy grail kit? Frame has space for 52 millimeter, which is 2. Yeah, 700C, yeah. 700C, a small 700, yeah. Cool. Well, enjoy the piss out of it, Tom. I'm sure you will. Every time I keep thinking I should probably update my bike because I've got an old Orbea Starship Carbon. It's like I suppose I should probably ride before I actually decide to invest in another bike. Just saying. My wife would probably say the same thing. Sure you want to buy something? I should have it by the end of the month. Yes, I've always liked it a lot, but it was an impulse. I love impulse buys. You saw it and you're like, yep, I'm getting that one. Nice. Some people do garden leave. I'll do mud trail leave. Nice. Good Pantani. Oh, I know. Oh man. Hey Ken. So yes, get right. I know I need to get back on the bike. I really do. You know, and I keep hitting this rail trail, and I keep thinking I could just ride a bike up this thing. You know, my days of kind of wanting to go out there and like kill myself on like some technical stuff. This interest, but not like significantly. But yo, they try to light it up. I've never done that before. Oh, plenty of people who can help you with that, dude. That's awesome. Yes, definitely. That model would scream for leads. Would scream leads. How are the girls? So, they're fine. My wife is back up in Maine. She was here until yesterday midday. My older daughter is still working at a daycare center. And my younger one is about to graduate from high school. So we were talking yesterday about graduation ceremony and everything like that, and getting geared up for that in the next few weeks. Next couple of weeks. Could be a Led Zeppelin. It could be. Marco Pantani. I found I've said this a while ago. I found a cover, an old issue of an old catalog from Colorado Cyclist that had Pantani on the cover when he was alive. I should get that pinned up. I love that photo. Great cyclist. Tragedy. Tragic. Y pirata. Yeah, exactly. We'll say this cycling season so far seems to be panning out pretty nicely. About to resubscribe. I think NBC Peacock have the rights to the tour. I'm getting ready to subscribe to that just to get some of that watched. Been keeping up with the Giro. I have not. What week are we in on the Giro, Tom? Got a new cast put on. It's like quite different. It's like this mesh crisscross pattern. It was soft when the pump of liquid is resin. Then it hardens. Yeah, new casts are interesting. How's the arm doing, E? Got it in a purple color. Nice. Rest day number 2. Okay, so we're heading into the 3rd week. Awesome. Let me see if I can catch some of that. I just don't. I gotta just gonna find out what that stream on. Maybe I'll kind of keep that on today while I'm at work. Got it in purple. E, how long do you have to keep this cast on? Visible bruising, itch under the skin, the usual. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Funny enough, a couple of years ago, I broke my right elbow. And actually talked about it here on the live stream, and started a project actually because of it, the Broken Wing project, which ended up becoming the GM Cannon. 2-3 months, give or take. God almighty. And I was not put in. They actually said I don't need a cast because of where it was. Just needed to get just keep it kind of still, but also move the arm around to give it some mobility, so that the muscles in that area just didn't atrophy. But what's interesting is now my right elbow has been pretty good. My left elbow, it's decided to start creating its own little funness with what appears to be early arthritis. Yuck. At least for the itch on the skin, I can scratch. It's quite breathable. Oh, that's good. Always been the worst thing about having like a cast, right, E? It's that it just generates heat and just discomfort because you're trapping so much shit inside. Put a bit of a chain oil on it. It'll buff itself out. Oh man, dude. Wish I could do that. To treat an elbow, to treat any kind of joint ache like a bike part would be great. Just lubricate it. It's perfectly fine. Clean and lubricate. Perfect. So, Tom, does this mean we'll probably be seeing you on the live stream a little bit more? And I'm going to say this in a way that it's not meant to be offensive, but hopefully not, because hopefully that means you'll have landed on your feet somewhere fairly quickly. Literally elbow grease. Yeah, literally elbow grease. Be a little late today because my daughter doesn't have to go into school until later, so she gets a late start. That means I can stop late. Mayhaps. We'll see how the next couple of weeks pan out. Yeah, exactly. Tom, I can only imagine there's got to be a market for people who help milk bulls. Wow. I got to tell you, still the most interesting thing about career choices I've ever heard. There we go. I didn't do the actual sheathing. I just sold the dairy source. Sure, that's what we all say. I didn't actually do that. I just helped facilitate it. It's so much thicker than cow milk. Oh, I bet it is. Wink, wink. Sure. There we go. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Ha. Say no more. The lid doesn't smell like roses and lavender. Oh my God. I would imagine it does not. There we go. Almost there. Just got to get inside here a little bit. There we go. Look for something else in agriculture marketing and the sort. Nice. Tractors, milking robots, equipment. Nice. It's more like sandalwood and magnesium. To help people, but their problem is the same problem I have: money. Oh, absolutely, Joe. I'll pan into other industries if that doesn't seem good. Yeah. Tom, is there like a sort of I'm assuming an industry group that you can kind of rely on for stuff like that? Like in our industry, if I wanted to, I could look at, them for any kind of help for finding a new job, like almost like they have a jobs posting page specific within the industry. Oh, how lovely. Speaking of sheathing like that, Bob. And the princess is currently doing the tango in the living room. Hey, excellent. Woo! Oh, you go get a hotel network. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and specific to the trade, which is always good. One of the things I've always said, it's like, you always play nicey with people, even if you don't like them, because you just never know. Everything is pasted there. My old workplace also want to help me find one. There really are no hard feelings. That's good. So this was an unfortunate decision, and it's not like get the hell out of here type of thing, which is good. There's a technician that, from what I've gathered, we're going to be hiring, who was basically maltreated by his boss, and when they were downsizing and he was let go, they said to him that his boss basically come to him and said, yeah, just give us your shit and get the hell out of here type of thing. Nobody liked you. It's like, wow. Jerking you around. Nice. Yeah, Merely Financial and I was the cheapest to let go. Yeah. Yep. All right. I think we got this one all sanded, except for that one little area right here. The children will be welcomed, indoctrinated into my ever-expanding army. Man, you are going to be taking over the world with your cats. Just another figure in the spreadsheet. Yeah. Yuck. Hey, Seb. Good evening, my friend. How are you? All right. That is done. I think what we're going to do now is carve out this part here in order to be able to smack it into the shoulder bits. Let's do this. But I just woke up after my night shift, and how are you? I'm well. It's Monday. Getting ready to go back to the office. Yeah, is what it is. Hey, GB, welcome. How are you? Well, there, and everyone in the chat, how are you doing? Things are going well. You know, again, it's a easy start to the day so far. Day hasn't started. I felt today about my job that no one gives a crap because they don't know what I do, but when they come by, they are like, wow, you're doing so good without me. That's how. Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second, Joe. Good, thanks. I have no thoughts on the Zilius. I haven't done anything. I don't know. The Zilius is it GQX? I haven't seen anything from GQX to say one way or the other. Haven't really been watching a lot of much of anything recently. Though I take it back. Last night was a little bit of a change of pace. Every now and then, I feel like, you got these shows that you go to that are not necessarily comfort shows, but they sort of speak to you in the moment. And a couple of those for me are, especially now, given our politics, Babylon 5 Season 3, Point of No Return, and Severed Dreams. Is anybody here a Babylon 5 fan? I hope so. It's a new manga. Oh, that's right. It's the new manga. You were mentioning that. That's right. A huge Babylon 5 fan. And what's fascinating watching that episode, particularly the one with the Night Watch, it's like it is so relevant. It is the funniest thing to watch a show that came out 29 years ago. Specifically this season 29 years ago, and how relevant it feels in today's world. And that's the hallmark of good sci-fi. The hallmark of good sci-fi. All right, let's see if this thing slides in. Nope. Hallmark of good sci-fi. What it says about us. Senior shows I recently started a new anime. Oh yes, and what was that? I guess we have no Babylon 5 fans here. That's a bummer. Can't recommend the series enough. Arguably the best science fiction show ever made. Okay, there we go. So basically we got all that together. Now, of course, it's nothing's really holding this thing in place because I've removed the entire flange around there, but I don't really care. Kind of went the poster was cool, went in fully blind. Magical girl Ori. Ray crashed that pirate ship. I guess so. I'm in Brooklyn, Queens. Are you down in Brooklyn now? Good for you. Crashed the pirate ship. So we have a good new manga and Ray's in Brooklyn. So it's just been a minute since I watched it. It's fucking fever dream. Fever dream. And I'm assuming by fever dream that's a good thing. All right, so all I'm literally doing is just knocking out all of these little bits here, just carving this thing out. Never seen Babylon 5. Good show though. I think it's got its challenges. It's got dated special effects, and there are times when the acting can be a little weak. But overall, as a story, oh yeah, and that's not hyperbole. I mean, it is one of the greatest sci-fi shows of all time because of the political nature of it, the human element, and the singular vision of one guy, J. Michael Straczynski, who was a fabulous writer. The magical girl is a girl, but transformed, she becomes a he. Buff built. Has a very much of a Ranma 1/2 kind of feel to it. Is that what I'm kind of hearing? What's old is new? I'm sure there's some kind of unique twist to it. I need a good show. I've been wallowing in escapism recently. Get into cyberpunk him. What to read right now? Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? That sounds familiar. Maybe a little old school cyberpunk. A couple years back, I finally read. What was the? God, I can't believe the father of cyberpunk. Read a couple of his books. The storytelling is interesting. The writing is fabulous, right? Yeah, exactly. The fucking mascot looks like a fucking Yakuza. Nice. Yeah, that sounds like Philip K. Indeed. Blade Runner, anyone? Hard to find a lot of his stuff. At least in terms of like his audiobooks. I'm struggling with it because I've actually been wanting to read some Philip K. Dick as well. And of course, now that we're seeing, X's AI called Grok, suddenly you start thinking about what's the book that's based on? Which one Cyberpunk is based off of? Yep, think about it. It's practically history. No, yeah, panty shots of overtly buff male. Wow. Sounds like a tale as old as time, righty? Crossing the Geo now. Crossing the George. It's called the GW. we go. I'm spacing out on some of the names of these authors now, which is kind of shitty on my part. Bang, there we go. Now we got that one put together as well. And this has got a little bit more snap to it. So I'm not going to, won't necessarily easily fall off, but there it is. We got those done. So very slowly, this thing's coming together. 10 minutes. Let's see if I can glue a couple more halves together. Anyway, a lot of good reading out there, right, Joe? Cyberpunk, you got a lot of good stuff. God, what's his name? Canadian author. Wrote Johnny Mnemonic. Which, crazy book. The whole concept is funny, actually. The whole concept, if anybody's ever read any of that stuff, like jacking in and everything, and just from a technology perspective, I heard an interview with the author a few years later, no, a few years ago, and how he said, you know, how much stuff that's kind of come about, and at the same time, how different some of the technology has transitioned, like you're not necessarily jacking in exactly, like not wired in. And Sailor Moon, except the wand doesn't shoot love beams or shit, but used as a blunt bludgeoning stick. Well, that's an interesting view of Sailor Moon. Whew. Gibson, William Gibson, thank you. I knew I can count on somebody. Can appreciate it. Start calling everyone chooms instead of space noise. Yeah, William Gibson. Mona Lisa Overdrive. Some crazy shit. He did a novel with another steampunk writer of what if computers came about out of the steam age. That was an interesting concept, but not well executed. Didn't really enjoy it. But Gibson. All right, let's get to, we got the arms done. Got that. All that's done. I guess I could glue that on if I really wanted to. Do I want to? Sure. A couple of 38s. That sounded pretty bad. Another one, Neuromancer. Yeah, exactly. Very interesting stuff. A lot of good stuff out there to read, to watch. Just choose your weapon, really. So I think I'm supposed to, it's kind of crazy, glue that part on. Has to be able to glue on. No, you don't. You don't glue this part on. You slide this part on and then snap that piece in, and that's what gets glued in. Let's give it a try. See what happens. Let's see what happens, shall we? Sorry, I'm actually trying to figure out what I'm going to do. What am I doing here? Not that ultimately it won't matter. This thing's all going to get glued into place. It's awesome to see how they tell you to assemble this thing. So I'll show you real quickly what we got. So what you have is that. And how does that get into the main torso, right? So, and still allow you to get some level of rotation, right? So that you're not affixing it. This is Bandai way before they did, maybe not way, but before polycaps. Even though some of their competitors were using polycaps, like Imai and Ari. So anyway, you slide that piece on, let it float, and then you slide it in almost like a C-clip over it. It is a C-clip. And then you glue the C-clip in place. And that's what allowed the rotation. So you're literally building the assembly for how this thing is going to have its arms rotating. All right, guys, just under 5 minutes ago. So if I get these things glued into place, then we might call it a session. There it goes. Take a hit of coffee. With luck, this won't seep through. But even if it does, whoopity-doo. That fella's off to work. Alrighty, Nick. Have a good one, brother. We'll catch you on the flip side. There we go. Okay, put that away. Got that glued into place. I can try rotating. Give me a second. Sorry. Just gonna try rotating it just to make sure everything is still spinning. It's still spinny. Not that it really matters much, but just to get a little bit of spin on there would be good. And once we're done with this, guys, I'm going to call it a session as well. Oops, hello. There it goes. We got rotating. Perfect. All right, my friends, we're winding down now. There it goes. So make sure that thing can rotate. Perfect. All right, guys, go out there and do good. Stay safe and stay sane, all right? World's getting crazier. World's getting crazier. The only thing I can suggest is try to keep your head on straight and try to make it through this. We're in a pretty dire time. So whatever you can do to make it better for somebody, for yourself, just go out there and just keep things on the positive side as much as possible. All right. Tom, all the best to you, brother. Keep me posted on how things go. But with that, I will be back on again tomorrow, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day, everybody. Love you all, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.